Now, I know what you're all thinking. Why in the world would I want to know how to fail? Let me tell you a quick story. During World War II, the Allied Air Force was experiencing heavy casualties, and their solution was to look at the planes that came back, find the bullet holes, and put extra armor there. It wasn't until a mathematician, Abraham Wald, said, if you want to keep planes in the air, put armor where the bullet holes aren't. The idea is if you want to succeed, study success and study failure. So tonight, I'm going to talk to you about a variety of different methods for failure. Mainly 3. Why? I only have 5 minutes. So the first one, not too important, but it still happens a lot with my students and with people that I work with. The first one is make big changes. Now it's that time of the year. Did anybody set a New Year's resolution? Well, good for you that said no. See, this time of year, we set New Year's resolutions. We say, I'm going to learn how to network like an insane man, or I'm going to eat a 72-ounce steak, right? Right? Or my personal favorite among the big changes that we make is I'm going to lose 30 pounds. How many people made a weight loss New Year's resolution? Shame on you. See, what tends to happen is we think about all those workouts. We get on that scale and we look at just how much work it would take to lose 30 pounds, right? And then we go, oh, by about February, we're trying to cancel our gym membership. And see, I'll give you a pass. You're not entirely to blame for this. You see, there's a section of your brain called the amygdala. It's back here. And what it does is it determines threats. It decides whether or not losing 30 pounds is a good thing or a bad thing. And mainly, it decides, I'd rather watch American Idol, even with Ellen DeGeneres. Excuse me. The solution then is a principle called Kaizen, or continuous improvement. And what that is basically trick your brain. Set continuous improvement goals. Instead of 30, I'm going to lose 1 pound this week, 1 pound next week, and after a year I'll have lost 52 pounds. You guys are good at math. The next, number 3, is take it easy. Now, I know you noticed it. I skipped number 2. It's so important I decided to move it to the end. We tend to think of life like, I don't know, the good life would be like a Corona commercial, right? We would just be sitting out on the beach in a little cabana. We'd be drinking our beer, relaxing in the sun. If our cell phone rang, we'd skip it into the ocean, right? That would bring happiness, right? No, one person knew where I was going with this. No. See, there's a psychologist, Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, whose name is so cool, I work it into every talk I give. He developed this idea of flow. Now, you know what flow is. Flow is that feeling of being in the zone, where everything makes sense, you love what you're doing, and time just flies by. And what Csikszentmihalyi found, there's that name again, was that you're more likely to experience flow at the office. Shocking. At work, making a positive contribution to the world around you, making a difference. When you're engaged in activities, you're a lot more happy because you're experiencing that flow. So, the last one, the most important one, number 2, fix weaknesses. So you're at work, you're trying to get your flow on, right? And you're trying to figure out how to be happy, and your boss goes, it's performance evaluation time. Time to evaluate what you're good at and what you're bad at. Your boss will say, you're a chain. You're only as strong as your weakest link. And so you did really good here and really good here, but you were kind of bad here. So let's work on this area that year. The problem is, you don't really work like a chain. In fact, your brain is a lot more like, I don't know, a city. A city with roads and highways and back alleys. And those roads represent the synaptic connections in your brain. And after about 13, you have a lot more traffic in some areas than others. And what they found is you get a lot better return on your effort if you're trying to improve yourself if you build on those highways. It's a lot easier to expand a highway than make a back alley into a highway. So the solution is stay on the highway. Play to your strengths. If you're trying to get better at something you're good at. You're wasting your time if you try and get better at something you're bad at. The other thing is, remember that flow? Csikszentmihalyi, 3 times now. He found out that you're a lot more likely to experience flow if your work plays to your strengths. It's kind of a no-brainer when you think about it, but it took a lot of publications to get there to prove it. So this idea of stay on the highway, it's even more important. In fact, it ties into all 3. Make big changes? No. Make small changes in the areas of your strengths. Don't take it easy. Make a positive contribution to the world around you in the work you do. And don't fix your weaknesses. You're not going to get your flow on if you fix your weaknesses, right? And so if you fix your weaknesses, you play to your strengths, you'll enjoy your work. And if you enjoy what you're doing every day, then you enjoy life. And no one is a failure if you're enjoying life. I'm Dave Burkus again. Now you guys know how to fail. Knowing is half the battle. The other half is doing. And something about smart bombs, but I really didn't pay attention in poli-sci. Thank you guys.